So my next project is to trick out this stand a little bit better. This was a stand that I got for my friend Mike that he used to have his planer sitting on, but now that we have his planer on that new flip-top stand, he of course gave it to me because, you know, that's the way it works, right? You give useful stuff to the other person's garage. So it's a big heavy-duty metal frame. See, whoever made it originally really overbuilt it, because you don't need a 4-inch tube just to hold a planer. And it has 5-inch wheels and stuff on, and there's also an outlet and such that they used to have for plugging into things. So what I have so far is I have put the older bandsaw that I got from him on it. It's a Sears Craftsman direct drive bandsaw, and it works okay. For quick little cuts, this works good. The cart has 2 wheels that spin both ways, and one set that just go back and forth. So I put the bandsaw such that when you're pushing it in the direction of the cut, it's pushing against the sideways wheel, so even without the wheels locked, it really doesn't go anywhere. But the next thing is what to do with the bottom. He just had some stuff sitting on it, and I think I'm going to put drawers on it. The reason I say that is I had gotten these when Steve moved out. The people who bought his house were throwing these out, so I don't know whether they were ones that Steve had left or ones that they had had from something. But it comes with drawer slides, and that's a 16 inches. So there were 2 of those. And so if we stack, I realized that the camera's going all over. I should have got the stand. But that'll be 2 drawers. And then I had a set of this kind of drawer slides left over. So I made a 16-inch by 14 7/16 wide by 10 inches tall drawer. And then if I put that in there, that gets me further. Now granted, those are going to be spaced out a little bit, but then I have room for another 5-inch drawer or so, and then this little top thing. So I might split that into 2 smaller drawers. That way I can have something that goes around this pipe on both sides for a top drawer, like have a bottom that comes right under it, and the 2 little sides on it that goes back and comes out, and then another drawer that comes out, and then that with some, obviously I'm going to have to put sides on it, which I have plywood here for. But yeah, I think that's what I'm working on next, at least, is an infrastructure piece to try and add drawers to this cart. Because like I said, it's definitely a heavy duty cart, and there's no sense not trying to make it more usable. And since I already had the plywood and the drawer slides, I bought another set of drawer slides, or another pair, and we should be good. Well, I think it worked. There's 2 things that I may do or whatnot after, meaning put actual drawer fronts on the top and bottom drawers, but I got it to work. So what I ended up doing was, initially there had been this kind of material, which is that funky stuff on the top and on the bottom. I took the one off the bottom. I used 3/4 inch plywood for both sides, and on the back I ended up using 2 scrap pieces of this same stuff. I don't know if it's for mica or what it is, but it's the really annoying particle stuff with the fancy sides. 2 strips going across. I screwed in from the sides to put the sides attached to the back. I used pocket holes to put, well, there's a 3/4 inch piece of plywood on the bottom. I used pocket holes to screw the sides and the back to the bottom, and then I used these existing drawers that had full extension drawer slides that I had. I made this drawer out of 1/2-inch plywood with a 3/4 inch bottom using that pair of come on, focus. Bottom mount slide set kind of things, Everbuilt, Home Depot. I had one extra pair of that, and that worked. And then I made a smaller drawer for the top using some pine boards that somebody was throwing out and some scrap plywood for the bottom. I think that's 1/2 inch, 3/8 inch plywood, something like that. And then again, one of those Everbuilt type drawer slides. And the fun thing about this, and I also, I think you can see up in there, in order so that the back was nice and sturdy because it was attached bottom the whole way around in a U shape. The front was not sturdy. However, there were originally, when the planer was attached, holes that go from here the whole way down through the bottom. So it was already a drill hole there. So I cut a little chunk. You can see there's a little square plywood that I was able to screw in from the side and then use that same mounting hole with a bolt that actually sits underneath this top piece. So that's bolted on the front on both sides. And then with this part, I just had to carve down out a center piece. And then in order that the drawer would go up in correctly, I used the table saw and notched out both sides of the top drawer. And then for handles, I just had these handles. I think these were on one of the original 1970s kitchen, or not, bathroom cabinets. Yeah, that we had when we moved in and we replaced them. And I don't know that I'll ever use them on anything, you know, they're kind of 70s. But they work fine for this. I just needed something to pull and, you know, it worked. And I managed to get them basically lined up. But yeah, like I said, these came with, the two prefab drawers came with a fancy front that has a solid wood front. These, the top and bottom, really need a face piece, but it doesn't need it right now. It's just a shop project. Yeah, I think that's going to work. And now I have more storage. Oh, and in order to take this off, there are 6 1-inch screws that come up underneath. There's an angle iron up under there. Let's see if this will come out. There we go. Alright. Yeah, you can see them up there. 3 on each side. And then I just have the bolts for holding the saw down that fit down underneath. Oh, and I put blue tape around in to keep spiders and stuff from coming in, and sawdust and stuff from coming in quite as much along the sides and back. But yeah, I think that's going to work good. Considering it's like a quick 2-day project, now I have 4 drawers I didn't have. And that makes that stand way more functional. And all of it was scrap. I think the only thing, I had everything except one of the drawer slides. So I went and I had bought a drawer slide. I'll probably take that one back because I don't have a project for that one. But I bought one drawer slide. Everything else I had already in the garage. So I got 4 drawers basically with scrap. And all the plywood that I used, one of the neighbors had been giving it away because they were cleaning up their garage. So they were odd sizes. But yeah, that works really good. Nice cabinet. I mean, granted, it's not it's not in the house furniture quality, but it's in the garage, and it's just on a stand that, again, I got for free. So I now have more storage on a free stand using mostly free stuff, and it works. So I like it. That's it for this project, but who knows what's next. I might do carving, I might do a box, I may do another infrastructure thing. I don't know. But this way I get my little bandsaw on a stand that's functional.